Hello everybody and welcome back to Victoria, where we are currently looking to attack Darfur here. I want to check in on our infamy. Yeah, we should definitely let that drop for a little bit, but we'll let that drop as we're fighting here. We're also, of course, continuing to colonize out over here. There's not a lot of space left. The British have kind of taken it all, but we're definitely going to push through over this way. Minus 18.8k. Okay, that's fine. Now, we'll only call Britain in here. They can only make moves during the opening moves phase. Okay, that's interesting. So we can't call in Britain. We'll see if anyone else joins. Currently, they're not leaning in that direction, and I don't think they will, ultimately. Netherlands declares neutrality. I kind of expect everyone to declare neutrality here. So that's looking good. Let's see what happens with graduated taxation here. We would love to pass that into voting. That would be absolutely amazing. We've also got a pretty good deficit going on here. A day at the printers, huh? We can send a correction for £500. I mean, 10% enactment success chance isn't that bad. For £500? Sure, let's do it. That's almost no money. Cool. I don't really want to raise taxes higher right now. I think we just need to let graduated taxation pass. Cool. So what's going on here? Nobody's leaning in any particular direction. That looks fantastic. Now, we only have the one unit mobilized here, and that's all we should need. We should be able to take Darfur extremely easily here. Extraordinarily easy, even. In the meantime, I want to be working on damaging relations with Acholi over here, just so that we can work this on down. We'll see if they counter it. Yeah, everybody's declaring neutrality. Nobody's going to join. That is exactly what I wanted to see. What is this war going on here? Okay, Britain is currently losing a war to a decentralized power. That's not going to last, but that is kind of funny. Cool. So we're working on iron mines in Eritrea, right? So we're just getting all of these constructions going here. Now, our war with Darfur has broken out. Oil has been discovered in Guyana. Not like that's all that useful for us. But we're just going to push straight through Darfur. I'm not expecting this to be difficult in the slightest. This is going to be very, very easy for us to do. Like, we should just absolutely crush these guys. Yeah, these guys are improving relations, so they're countering us there. The question is, do we get the infamy now for dropping the relations? I don't think we do. I think we wait on that. So that should be okay. We're, of course, going to win these battles, right? That was always going to be the case. And we're not going to have any trouble conquering Darfur. So that's looking good. We'll make our way up there. That'll also give us access to getting into, say, Wadai here. So that looks good as well. And yeah, we have 100% advantage right now. That's insane. So this is just free. The real question, though, is how long before graduated taxation comes through? We know that we're going to run out of gold reserves relatively quickly here. There's no doubt about that. So we'll see. We'll push our way through this war, no problem whatsoever, and graduated taxation is going to net us a lot of additional money. 207k weekly. Wow. That's kind of huge. We're going to cut our taxes, obviously. I don't think we require additional construction right now, right? No, I really don't think we do. Do we have any institutions to work up? I mean, we're lacking in bureaucracy. So that's definitely a bit of a concern there. Infrastructure is low in Oromia and in Eritrea. Okay, noted on that one. Let's take a look here. We definitely should build in Eritrea, and we should build in Oromia as well. We're going to need at least 3 railways in Oromia. I'm going to actually build 4 here. So we're going to get those going. We are negative construction efficiency in Eritrea, but it's only 12%. I think that that'll be reasonably fine. Okay, this is mildly awkward here. Yeah, these fronts are more than mildly awkward. Well, we'll get that taken care of. We're not actually going to have a problem here. And once these fronts get reunified, it's fine. It's not actually a problem. It's just very strange that we had to backtrack there. But whatever. It's not the end of the world. So once again, we're going to win all of these battles incredibly easily, right? We are at this point out of cash, and the question has to be asked, do we want to go into debt? Actually, that's really good. Yeah, we're going to take the enactment time reduction and the enactment success chance boost. That looks amazing. So we're going to get this cleaned up. We're going to lose some progress up here in the meantime for the same reason as before. We've got the awkward backtracks going on. But that wasn't too bad, all things considered. Okay, so at this point, would they be willing to give us this? No, they have 57 reasons not to. Okay. I think for the time being, our credit being negative is probably fine. Probably fine. We'll let this go until I think the railways are done, and then we'll reevaluate. So at this point, we have them fully occupied, and they would still not accept this. They have one reason not to. Okay. There we go. So now we propose the peace deal, and Darfur is now ours. Fantastic. We've got a kind of funky shape going on here. No doubt about that, but that is looking reasonably good. Our infamy is down to reputable, so we would like to let this drop a little bit before we fight again. I want to see what we can build in terms of... There are no resources in Darfur. I mean, it's a desert, so I guess that's expected. Reasonably expected. Okay, seems fine. We can establish some colonies, but we already have colonies established. We're working on those. I want to check in on, specifically, if we need to incorporate Darfur. And we do. Okay, consider that done. Hello, pause menu. Excellent. So what's the plan for now? Well, we're not working down our... We're not working down our... Where are we? Okay, relations. There we go. I was mildly lost for a moment there. We're not working down our relations here. They are counteracting this, so we will have to expel their diplomats. That'll cost us 10 infamy. What will it cost to actually claim... To actually claim their territory? 14.1. So we're looking at 24 infamy to get this claimed. That put us at about 48. That's probably acceptable. Probably. Let's try it. What could possibly go wrong? So, we cannot do this because we don't have an interest in Zanj. Right. So, can we establish another interest? If so, if not, I should have thought of this. But can we? We should be in diplomacy. Diplomacy, we can. So we can declare an interest down here in Zanj. Beautiful. So we're going to do that. We'll have to let that interest establish. And that takes a little bit of time. Cool. So we're going to let that interest establish, and then we'll be able to create additional interests elsewhere. Potentially up over this way. Might not be a terrible idea. We're currently positive financially, so that's looking very, very good. I didn't actually expect to be positive here, but I think that's completely fine. I mean, it's obviously completely fine. We're very pleased about that. It's probably because all of those iron mines finished up in Eritrea, is my guess. Okay, so Zanj is now active. Beautiful. So we want to... We can get rid of these. We want to conquer states. 14.1 infamy. Cool. We don't really need the British Republic to help us here unless anyone else were to join. I don't think anyone else even can get here. Like, I really don't believe anyone else can get here. Cultural exclusion has disbanded. Okay. That's fine for now. So what do we want to do with the cash that we're making? Well, I think that our best bet would be to drop our taxes, but I do think we should pay off our debt first. We're paying 240 in interest right now. Yeah, that's going to be paid off very, very quickly. That's not that big of a concern. We'll let our economy continue to grow for the moment. How are we doing on those railways? Nice. 3 weeks to go on those. We're almost done constructing in Eritrea as well. We can get rid of these. Cool. Yeah, this looks really good. Things are progressing very nicely. Of course, this is a decentralized power. Are you a decentralized power? You are. I don't suppose we can colonize you. What interest region are you in? You are within Congo. Okay, so in Syria we can do that. Are we already? We might already be colonizing there. And you are considered a decentralized as well. Okay, so all of these are decentralized. Cool. We're now voting on graduated taxation. When this passes, our finances are going to be in a far, far better position. So that's absolutely great. We've got all of this construction ongoing. We're going to get the electric arc process in 8 weeks here. So that looks good. How are we doing on our innovation here? We could actually get like 4 additional universities, I think. Yeah, 3 innovation each. So something like 4 universities, and Gondar would be the place to build them. So we're going to put them in Gondar. Fantastic. And that will continue our innovation growth. That all looks good. I would love to bump up an institution, but we just don't have the bureaucracy at this moment. So we're going to do some conquest down over here. And it looks like nobody's interested in joining this. As expected, Britain's not interested in stopping us, and literally no one else can even get here. So this is absolutely fine. Cool. Our finances are fluctuating around a bit, but that's probably due to the investment pool transfer, which is absolutely fine. I'm not concerned about that at all. Our barracks are not fully turned up here. Okay. We should definitely do that. And I'll... What is this? Mara wants an alliance with us. That's these guys. I'm going to decline that. We don't need an alliance with them. Thank you very much. Railways, we are going to be on... I think we were on steel passenger carriages? Yes. And then we were on government run, I believe. Although publicly traded would actually be slightly better right now. So we'll go on to publicly traded. That looks good. Some buildings are subsidized. That is fine. We're going to have to go through some of these rural areas as well. Grabbing slaughterhouses, electric fences. Cool. Anything else that really needs to be done here? Not at the moment, so that's looking good. Tooling workshops can go to steel tools, rotary valve engines, and publicly traded. Excellent. Motor industries still can't be moved down. That's a tech issue. Covered markets, electric streetlights, public trams, and probably free churches. Actually, state-run churches are better financially at this moment. So that'll be fine. And secular administration is... I mean, administrative clergy is actually slightly better in terms of cash. So we'll run the administrative clergy for now. That said, that puts our bureaucracy negative. But I think that's maybe because we just fired half of our people in our government administrations. Approximately? Maybe. Okay. So war with these guys is broken out. Cool. And we'll keep an eye on this bureaucracy situation. I'm kind of expecting that to come back up after the production method switch gets fixed here. What are we on? We are on administrative clergy. Right. Okay. So that looks good. We're going to... Hello, pause menu. We're going to push through here without any real issues. Cool. So this is absolutely fine, right? We're definitely getting some decent territory down here. We've got a number of locations that we can attack down here. Electric arc process is now done, and we're going to hop over to... Where is that? Steel mill. We want to go to the steel mill. Electric arc process. Now that is currently negative due to the price of electricity. Noted. So that, of course, means that we need to build a fair amount of power plants. Let's sort by labor, and I'm going to build... Well, how much power do we actually need? Yeah, our low training rate due to lowering our military wages. Yeah, that's expected. We're not concerned about that. I'm wondering right now how much power we actually need. What is our power deficit? So let's check in well, we can actually check a little bit differently. I want it to be in the steel mills. 720 less electricity. Okay, that's what I needed to know. So each power plant is producing 50. So 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300. Okay, so 6 is 300, so we would need something kind of like that. Just do something like this. Okay, now that's going to take a while to build all of that. I do want to get the universities done as the top priority. Beyond that, we can get this power plant and this university underway. Cool. So that looks good. Yes, this is going to run us a deficit for a little bit until we get these power plants online. That is fully expected. Okay. I don't like running this bureaucracy deficit, but we can definitely see... Hello, oil in Oromia. We can definitely see that's improving. So now we're no longer in deficit there. And oil in Oromia is absolutely something that we want to work on. Coal mine expansion sounds great, and oil expansion is absolutely something that we want to do as a top priority. Yeah, we're kind of delaying our power plant construction for that, but that's fine. Getting the oil is honestly more important. So we're going to get that done, and this war is going to be over basically right now. Cool. Do we... No, I think that we encourage the trend. Oil is the future. Fantastic. The political movement to enact laissez-faire has disbanded. That's not shocking. As soon as graduated taxation is done, I would be happy to enact one of these. Maybe. We'll see. So at this point, if we were to do this, they have 281 reasons not to do this. They're fully occupied. Okay. I wish them luck with that one. A campaign of banquets, huh? Honestly, vast sums of money flowing into politics, you say. It's the same thing. We just get twice the amount of enactment time and success chance, and this guy becomes a grifter. Okay. Well, we now have a 64% chance of passage. So that looks very good. Of course, as soon as we pass that, we are going to do tax cuts. There's no doubt about that. I want to check in on our construction here. Yeah, that's looking okay. So for the moment, no major problems there. We may want to think about expanding construction eventually, but honestly, I think we're going to be much better off going for the pneumatic tools into arc welding to finish it that way. So that'll be fine. The real question here is, when are these guys going to be okay with this peace deal? Okay, now they have 24 reasons not to do it. That's more like it. So they just need to wait a little bit longer. This is fine. We'll propose the peace deal as soon as they want to, which will be, I think, next week tick. Actually, they would accept it now, apparently. Beautiful. Interesting that it requires 0 reasons in this game instead of 1 reason. That's very interesting. So, of course, we need to incorporate that state, and we'll get to work on that. Cool. So that is, of course, Ethiopian Uganda down there. And then we can look at, say, Bunyoro here. We can begin damaging relations with both them and Buganda. I kind of want to take this whole area down over here. It'll take a little while to get that conquered, but that'll be fine. Actually, we're neutral with both of these right now. What is our infamy at? 44.3. How much would it cost, out of curiosity, if we were to conquer this state right now? 16.4, and this one would be 27. Okay. So that's rather a lot of infamy. We should probably chill for a bit and let this go down. Yeah, we should probably chill for a bit anyway. So we'll do that. That seems fine. Let's get graduated taxation passed. Zanzibar is damaging relations with us. That seems ambitious. Well, I wish them luck with that. Not too concerned about that. So we now have access to synthetics plants. Cool. That seems absolutely fine. Our lower strata is still considered impoverished. There's barely any peasants at this point. Expanding the oil industry finished. Yeah, I'm just looking at these prices here. Clothes are the highest price here, but I think ultimately the major problem here is we just need to lower our taxes. I think that's what it comes down to. Oil extractors throughput or progress on the combustion engine. We'll take the progress on the combustion engine. Thank you very much. So we have a decent chance of graduated taxation passing here. 64% chance. Let's see what happens on that front, but it should be good. And there we go. Beautiful. So we're instantly at plus 100k. I did kind of expect that to be a little bit higher, but for the time being, that seems to be okay. Let's hop into our budget, and we can immediately drop our taxes to here. And we're at like 52k. Sure. What law do we want to work on next? We're on agrarianism. Laissez-faire would not be a terrible thing to put through here. You know what? Let's do it. Let's get some laissez-faire going. Cool. So that's going to put a lot of emphasis on the private constructions here. No doubt about that. We're going to get these power plants built, and eventually they will be complete. Okay, we're back up to 164k now, so we can drop our taxes. Honestly, we can drop our taxes down to very low. And this is fine. Path to liberalism was just completed. Excellent. 50 popularity. Sure. So that looks great. We've got Arts Academy building throughput or university throughput. We'll take the university throughput. Thank you very much. So taking a look at this, 174.8 uncapped, 197.7. Oh, right. I was reading this wrong again. Oh, I'm dumb. Our cap is 151.8. We would get more than that if we were uncapped. Now, to be clear, we're getting some amount of our innovation from our unspent innovation, but it's very inefficient. So I'm not bothering with that for now. This movement to preserve agrarianism does not appear to be a very big deal. Only the rural folk are interested. So that looks absolutely fine. We're going to get laissez-faire passed here. And we can get a bunch more of these laws changed over relatively quickly now that we're a proper democracy. So that's looking very, very good. And we should have no additional civil wars from here, in theory. In theory. I don't think we will, to be honest. How are we doing on our infamy? We are down to 42.2. 0.12 per week. It's a slow process. Sure. That's okay. We did conquer 2 additional states this episode, so that's reasonably fine. I'm not too concerned about that right now. We're not currently colonizing this nation, but we are colonizing the states it belongs to, I think. I'm pretty sure that's what's happening here. Cool. Plus 18.2k at minimum taxes. We could think about dropping some of our consumption taxes. Luxury furniture could be dropped. The rest of these we're making a decent amount of cash on for the moment. We don't need to drop those at this moment, but that's all looking very good. If we look at our standard of living here, they're now paying 11.2% of their income in taxes. Yeah. So the price of clothes, groceries, and services is a bit high, but that's definitely looking reasonably good. Cool. The gamble, huh? Well, let's see what happens. How bad can it be? 50-50 chance. Well? We gonna get anything? There it is. It failed. Okay. So the trade unions cannot be trusted with power, or we can make this guy take the blame. Or we can leave the trade unions in charge for minus 15% authority. We'll make this guy take the blame. And I want to check in. We could run a decree here with our authority in theory. Alternatively, we could continue to run a consumption tax on glass. just swapping that over. So that makes us a bunch of additional cash, right? And what can we do with that cash? We can expand our construction. We could bump Gondar up to being the full 25 for economy of scale. These buildings get economy of scale throughput, right? Actually, they don't. Okay, so if they don't do that, then there's no actual point in doing that. Well, maybe we should grow it a little bit. Certainly not up to 25. I'll build 2 in Gondar to take it up to 5. We do see some infrastructure issues. We should definitely build here, here. Actually, we're already building 2 in Gondar. I'm going to cancel that one. We need to build 1 here, and we already have that going. But in Eritrea, we need at least 2. So we'll get those underway. That looks good. Minus 12% construction efficiency there? Sure. What do we want to go for here? Do we want to take a setback? I think that we do. A little bit sad that we got a setback there, but it's not shocking. That's absolutely fine. And with that, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to continue to conquer the Great Lakes region down over here, while simultaneously working on enacting laissez-faire. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, James, Shadow Wolf, M. Lohan80, Rogue Corvid, Kentogan, Andy Magar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.